if we make it through this video, then you better drop a like, okay, and hit that subscribe button, because I am risking my life out here to bring you these scoops. It is storming. I should be taking shelter. There could be a little tornado zoop, 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 trying to come get me. This is all for you guys. So today I'm back to share some exciting news about Apple Watch Series 7, future iPads, and when we're getting new Apple products. These are all questions that I've had, and I'm here to answer them today. So if you're excited, drop a like down below. Hit subscribe for more. Let's go ahead and jump in. Does the sky look cool behind me? No, you can't really see it. It looks cool. I'll just tell you guys right now. Here, can we zoom out and get a cool look? Look at the sky. All right. Does this look like I'm praying every time? I feel like... Okay, we're done praying. Hey, what's up? I already did the intro. Do you want to talk about the Apple Watch? Let's just talk about the Apple Watch. I'm not going to dive into any other rumors about the Series 7. If you guys want to know what it looks like, I'll link up to another video. But I feel like at this point, you know it's going to be redesigned. You know there might be some new health stuff inside. That's about it. But today we got some new information about the processor, which normally is like, okay, this doesn't matter because a faster processor is implied. Like every Apple product essentially gets a faster processor year over year. So why is this news? Exactly. I agree with you. I wouldn't be covering it if the article that we were discussing was just like faster processor. It's because Apple's doing something a bit different with the processor, something that I don't think any wearable or any Apple Watch has ever done. And that's a double-sided chip that is smaller, allowing more space to be utilized in the Apple Watch. And this comes courtesy of Digitimes, who obviously is only about 60-something% accurate, so they have been wrong a little bit, but they have been right more than they've been wrong. Aside from a smaller chip being like more efficient and quicker, which is the obvious things that are coming in here, this will actually save space. And at first it's like, saving space, does that really matter? Like, how much can you do with a smaller chip? The answer is actually kind of a lot, because when you're restrained to something this tiny, Siri's going off. You know, we never want Siri to go off, but she's along for the ride anyway. Like, if you're an engineering person, you're probably like, oh, this makes sense. But the normal person is like, just make bigger battery. Just make upgrade quicker. And it sounds cool, but there's actually not that much space inside of here. Like, the fact that this is a computer is kind of cool. The reason the story caught my eye is because it could allow for something like a bigger battery or other improvements, maybe better waterproofing due to a new structural design. And this is important to me because the battery life especially has been stagnant on the Apple Watch since it came out in 2015. And listen, it's 18 hours. It gets you through the day, no issue. But like every time I spend the night, it's been dying. And I had a little issue last week when my phone was dead, and then I was on the phone on my watch, and then my watch died, and I may or may not have been locked out of my car and had to walk up to people on my parking lot at Noodles & Company and say, hello, I know I look like a crackhead, but this crackhead would really like to get into his Tesla. Can I charge my phone? My point being, I just want a little bit of extra battery life on the Apple Watch so that you can go a couple of days without charging it. I don't think that's unrealistic, and this could be the path to better battery life. You might be wondering why I'm in the shower right now at 11:45 p.m. at night. It's okay, I am too. It's mainly because WeVPN paid to sponsor this video. You guys know that VPNs help you stay safer and more anonymous online, and there's a reason I use WeVPN instead of everybody else. The guys over at WeVPN are a group of industry veterans that left all the other VPN companies doing sketchy stuff with your data in order to make a product that not only gets better every week, but that also cares about you. On top of that, WeVPN allows you to unblock content on now more than 350 streaming services around the world, meaning you can watch shows that aren't usually available in your area. I've used this and it's so cool. And right now there's a crazy deal happening. The summer sale is live, which means that for a limited time you can get 74% off and 3 months of free service when you purchase a 2-year plan. That's just $2.59 a month, and on top of that, when you use code iupdate, you get an additional 10% off. Listen, there's a reason that I continue to work with WeVPN each and every single week, and it's because I use it and I believe in it. If you guys like what I do here on YouTube, then head over to wevpn.com/iupdate and get started today. Following that, have you ever looked at your 12.9-inch iPad Pro and just said, wow, I'm really disappointed in you, son. You've been the worst kid ever. For real though, have you ever just looked at this 12.9-inch iPad and said, wow, I want something bigger. Give me then you've got a freaking problem, buddy. But if you also have, then you're in luck because there's actually the potential for that to be happening, according to a fresh report from Bloomberg's Mark Gurman, who is the most accurate individual non-anonymous source in the world. Apparently, Apple engineers and designers are looking into larger sized iPad Pros, and they allude to it being between 14 and 16 inches. But this just makes me say, considering that the next MacBook Pros are gonna be 14 and 16 inches, when are the two just gonna become the same thing? Because the line gets thinner every single year. You know, looking back on this bit in the video, I didn't think that we would be breaking out the hot take helmet, but you guys better buckle up because I think that I was just kind of looking for another excuse to shit on the iPad Pro. I mean, at this point, I don't know what else to say about this device, and I think I'd be into a bigger screen. I have unironically been using this, and I was like, oh, if it was a little bit bigger, that would kind of be cool. But that's when it's mounted on the Magic Keyboard, like a laptop, and Apple sells a 13.3 and 16-inch MacBook Pro right now, so you could just get one of those. And like holding this is already insane. Like it doesn't even fit in the frame comfortably, right? Like that's insane. Like this is a tablet, and it's bigger than my head. Covers up the hot take helmet up here. What I'm saying is this: I would be down for a bigger screen, but hearing year after year after year that there's some big secret plan for the iPad, oh, just you wait. Well, we've been waiting 5 years, and it's getting to the point where I'm starting to think that even Apple doesn't know what to do with the iPad Pro, because it's a fantastic device by itself, but if it's this or the MacBook Pro, it just doesn't make sense to buy the iPad Pro, because it's not a proper replacement for everything a MacBook can do. It's a proper replacement for some like Windows computers. Lately, I've been writing on this, which has been enjoyable. I've been working on Apple Track, my website on the iPad Pro, and it's been a pretty good experience. It's just a bigger screen, a faster processor, 10 million megapixel cameras. None of that matters unless the software gets better. And iPadOS 15 was such a marginal upgrade that it could be anything Apple adds on here, hardware-wise, that doesn't impress. I mean, Center Stage is pretty cool, but everything else doesn't impress me. We just need better software, and I want to hear about that. I want Apple's master plan to be working on that, not just a bigger screen down the road, because bigger screen or no bigger screen, the software is still garbage. Let me unholster out of here as we go into our final segment, talking about, whoa, I kind of look like a badass when I did that. My hair is kind of like, what up? I'm an e-boy, bro. Yeah. Yeah, bro. Talking about this hardware though and what's coming in the future, it does make me think about what is next for Apple, and specifically what we're seeing hardware-wise from them in the near future. And I thought it was going to be the near future. Yeah, apparently there's just not anything coming for a hot minute, basically until the fall. There were so many rumors about a new MacBook Pro, even from Gurman himself, that it would be coming sometime this summer, to the point where people were like, are we going to get a summer event? I mean, we got an April event this year, which we haven't had since I think 2010. What else could Apple do that's super unorthodox? And it doesn't look like that's happening anymore. The next wave of Apple's hardware releases are going to be sometime this fall, likely starting in September at the iPhone 12s and Apple Watch Series 7 event. Then maybe we get something new for the iPad in October, and in November, I think that's when we will be seeing the new M1X MacBook Pros. Even Gurman in his latest report, who initially said summer, but Gurman now saying that the new MacBook Pros are not coming till later in the year, alongside like a potentially redesigned MacBook Air as well. So obviously I'll be forming a support group until then, which is my Twitter at iupdate, or my OnlyFans at onlyfans.com/iupdates, because we need some new products, Apple. All right? I need my fix. And you think this is probably a bit or some joke, but like, we didn't get any hardware at WWDC, so okay. And I know you guys have been busy working on iPadOS 15 and AirPlay on the Mac. Okay, but like, could you give us a release date or something? Okay. I'm not mad, Apple. I'm just disappointed. All right, that's all for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope it was fun. Love you guys. Hope you're doing well. Drop a like if you did enjoy it. Hit subscribe so you always stay up to date on the latest Apple news. I am your guy for that and for everything else. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.